Well, g'day viewers. Today's Sunday, a nice wintry day. Heaps of rain overnight, so what better than to come into the shed. So, as promised, today I'll be fitting the crash bar to the Deluxe, just behind me here. Essentially, there's only 3 bolts, and it's quite a simple install. So I'll just bring you a little bit closer and we'll have a look at what I'm about to do. Okay, so there's the crash bar laying on the floor there. Like I said, there's 3 bolts, 2 on the bottom there, 1 up the top. There's the bolts there. This one with the nut on the end, which will be there, that's for the top, and these 2 go on each side. Now underneath the bike, I'll see if I can get a shot there for you. I think you can see that. Just there is a hole, and there's one on the other side. This little grommet with the thread on it sits in the hole. You just remove those from each side. Is it in focus? Probably not. These little grommets, just remove those, and that's where these 2 screws here will go in. So the first thing you want to do is get, well actually the first thing you want to do is what I've done here. You want to cover the guard with some sort of protective material. I've just used an old cloth from the rag bag. That's one of those microfiber cloths. So whack that on the guard, and they suggest in the instructions that you put the the right side bottom bolt in first, and so the top bolt goes in last. I guess that's so you can swivel up, or swivel the crash bar up towards the top. So that means it's probably going to want to rest on the guard, which is another reason to put a bit of rag there. Okay, let's get into it. So it's got to go through here, and they say to put this right side on first. That's interesting. It's almost a 2-man job. Well, the box isn't going to work. You really need someone to hold the other side, but I've got this hook here. I'm just going to play around with it for a bit. Let's see if I can't maybe somehow hook this up. Let's have a look here. Up here somewhere like that. There you go. Right, it might make it a little bit easier. So, grab one of these bolts. Right side first. Probably need to go a bit higher than that, but anyway. Now it's just simply a case of grabbing this bolt and nut. It's going to be difficult to get the nut on the back, there's not much room. On the left hand side also, the clutch cable, we just got to make sure that it's like sitting down the side of the frame correctly. It's over here, so that's going to be fine. Now comes the finicky part, trying to get the nut on, but at least the side ones are on. See, it's just like touching there, but you just got to, it will just push in. Oh, there you go, it's just sort of pushes in there. Tell you what, I didn't realise these things were so heavy and like they are, you know. What's that rubbing on there? Alright, what I've done this time, don't know if you can see that, just here I've got some green wire which I use on the roses and tomatoes in the garden there. So I've twisted that on to hold it there, which is basically all you need to do, because that's the only reason I needed another pair of hands. I can now put that in, and I'll tool around, probably getting in your way. Let's just move you a little bit there. And I'll just see if I can start that thread now. Let's have a look. Oh, it's still awkward, but don't know any other way. I went on the other side and managed to get the nut in. So that's a bonus. I can take this off now. So it's just all loose at the moment. Looking at the instructions here, I think you torque them up to, what do we got here? Tighten the top screw torque to 30 foot-pounds. Tighten the right side screw, repeat for left, to 33 foot-pounds. Rightio, let's see what size that is up there. Oh, that's going to be awkward. See, the trouble is, the whole issue is this oil cooler here in the way. And I'm not about to take that off anytime soon, I can tell you now. So, this is going to be awkward. I might be able to come in from this side. I'm assuming it's 1/2 inch. Let's have a look. See if that grabs. Okay, she's slotted it. Yeah, that's it. 1/2 inch by the looks of it. Okay, that's the best I could find to fit that. So my torque wrench is just going to have to be T for tight, I'm thinking. That'll work. Oh, I should have put some Loctite on those, shouldn't I? What do you think? Yes. Okay, the Loctite I use, guys, is this, if it focuses, it's Loctite 243, it's a blue one. I use that in the BSA and I've had no issues with anything coming loose, so it's one that was recommended to me by an engine builder who does BSAs. So I'm just going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on there and then we'll chuck him in. Right, here we go, I've got it on. So you saw how I did that. Much easier if you've got two people, but you can do it on your own. Once I torqued up the top bolt, which is just up there, I went down, had the bottom ones just cracked loosely, tightened the bottom ones up. Like I said, I haven't got a torque wrench with the right fittings, but I just did them tight. Oh, but it's tight enough, it ain't going anywhere. So let's have a look. I'll go to the front here. I mean, it's only a crash bar, but doesn't look too bad. I tell you, I'm very surprised how heavy they are. They are really heavy duty things. I think Harley actually calls them engine guards. Old school, it was always known as crash bars. Yeah, so there she is. We'll pop around the other side. There she is on this side. Little sticker up the top there that says it's not really going to help you much in a high-speed crash. So I'll take that off. But that's good. I'm pretty stoked. So, what next, you might ask? Well, I've got the sundowner seat on, as you saw in the last video. That's all secured now and bolted down. So I'm going to put, next I'll put the foot pegs on and the pillion backrest with sissy pad and rack. So we'll do all that on the next one, and then I'll just be waiting for the saddlebags. Alright, thanks for my new subscribers. This is Ian South Oz signing off. If you want to tap that bell, you'll get all the latest videos as they come out. It'll just give you an alert so you won't have to go hunting. But that's entirely up to you. Okay, we'll catch you soon. Cheers.